Hey everyone, what is going on? Welcome back to today's video. In today's video, we're diving back into another operator guide. In today's video, we're going to be going over mute. So with mute coming in this video, we are up to like our 30th operator guide, and yeah, we're just keeping them coming strong. You guys have been showing a lot more love to them lately, and I really appreciate that. And with that said, if you do enjoy this video, make sure to leave a like. Make sure to drop a sub on the channel if you're interested in watching future operator guides or just other siege related videos. And also come check out my Twitch. I'm going to be streaming there a lot more. I'll probably be live when this video goes up, but I'm going to be streaming there a lot more over these school holidays because I want to see how you guys just enjoy me streaming like basically every hour of the day. But we'll see what happens after I get this video done. I'm going to go live at about 3 PM, but I'll be live when this video goes up, so come check me out. And I think that's enough of that said. Now let's dive into the mute guide. So as always, we can start off with a weapon review, move on to the gadget utilization, and finish off with the operator strategy. So without further ado, let's dive into the weapon review. So Mute has access to 4 weapons, 2 primaries, 2 secondaries. Mute has access to the MP5K, which does 30 damage on 800 rounds per minute with 30 bullets in the magazine. And it has a very, very minimal recoil pattern. This weapon is absolutely goated, if I'm going to be completely honest. I like the MP5K a lot, but it is not really picked too much in higher rank play because people do shift over to the shotgun for rotations and stuff like that. And then they utilize his SMG-11 in his secondary arsenal to be that primary ranged weapon, whereas they use the shotgun for just more utility. But there is no doubt at all that the MP5K is still an absolutely insane weapon. Its damage is a little bit low, obviously, and it is definitely not the best weapon in the game, but it still packs a pretty heavy punch, and I would definitely not forget about this thing at all because it is still a very strong weapon, and a lot of people have it actually. I'm pretty sure Wamai has it. Yeah, I think it's just Wamai, but it's still a great weapon all around, and I would 100% recommend this as as your primary weapon on mute. But the shotgun is just as equivalent, and let's get into that. So the shotgun, the M590A1, comes in at 48 damage on a. It does have a little bit of a kickback, but it's like a pump action shotgun. So it's just you can shoot it basically as fast as you can. But this thing will one tap at close range. This thing is a great shotgun to use, and the main reason people do utilize this, and this is one of those situations where I'd recommend actually bringing the shotgun along with the actual SMG or AR, because the shotgun is just as useful in this type of loadout. Because you have the SMG-11 secondary, you can kind of afford to bring the shotgun, so you can use that for rotation utility and just hard hitting close range, where you can shift out that for the SMG-11 if you need to subdue to some range. But all around, this weapon is great, and pairing this up with, let's get into the next weapon, the SMG-11, which comes in at 35 damage on 1,270 rounds per minute fire rate. The SMG-11 is an absolute beast. Everyone knows this. Its recoil pattern is not very easy to control at all. Everyone knows that as well. It is because it has such a high fire rate, its recoil is through the roof. But if you can somehow master this weapon, and like if you just put constant hours of practice into it until you're like the amount of fire rate this thing shoots at, you're going to win majority of your gunfights if you can keep accuracy and consistency with this thing. And that is why it is so high picked in the higher ranks, because people usually have its accuracy kind of nailed, and then it's just up from there. Like, you just get better and better. You use the shotgun for your utility, the SMG-11 for just absolute high damage, fire rate, destruction. And his other secondary weapon is the P226 Mark 25, but no one really uses this weapon whatsoever because it is the secondary weapon to the SMG-11, and if you're not bringing the SMG-11, I don't really know what you're doing, but you definitely need to bring the SMG-11 because that is the go-to option that basically anyone would recommend if you any rank. Basically, that's just the go-to weapon. I'd 100% recommend the SMG-11. Don't use the P226, use the SMG-11. And in terms of his gadget, he has a nitro cell and a bulletproof camera. In my opinion, if any operator has a nitro cell, you should always bring it, unless they have impacts as their other secondary. But yeah, that's just my opinion. You should definitely bring the nitro cell. It just kind of works better, and they just have more utilization, I suppose. Bulletproof cameras can be useful, but I feel like there's other operators to fill in the role. If you need a bulletproof camera other than mute, you should just bring that nitro cell 100%. And with that said, let's get into the gadget utilization. So if you didn't know already, Mute has access to the Signal Disruptor gadget, which is a deployable jammer you can put on the ground anywhere, which will jam any basically any electrical gadget and drones. The main way people use this in the lower ranks, I feel like, is on doorways and things to get drones, and you'll see in the clips in the background, this is how I use him a lot. But that's because if you are trying to play an anti-gadget on a wall, such as Thermite Ace, Cade and Bandit are the go-to operators in that instance, but you should only play Mute if either of those operators are not available. So if no one picks a Cade or a Bandit, then if Mute's in play, then you can use your Mute jammers on the wall. But otherwise, I'd say Mute jammers are still primarily used to stop droning and keep them off the site, so you can kind of have a little bit of security around the site, so you can kind of hit them with a little bit of anonymity, I don't know what the word is, but a little bit of just, you know what I'm saying. Keeping yourself hidden on site can be the crucial point of winning this game. Keeping yourself just hidden, it's really going to help you out in terms of late pushes because they're not going to know where you are. So having that little bit of hiddenness is going to really help you out. And this is where the Mute jammer comes in handy. But as I said, they can be also very useful on reinforced walls. They can only cover 2 fully, I'm pretty sure. I don't think they have the range to cover 3 walls. But if you put them in between a gap of 2 reinforced walls, can cover all sides, and it is just acting like a Bandit or a Cade. And Mute can be useful for this, but in my opinion, I feel like Bandit and Cade are just more useful in terms of countering that breach. But I'd say the best way to use this signal disruptor is just adapt to the situation out of the 2 situations I've just given you. If there is a Cade or Bandit in play, just put them on entry points to try and keep drones out. And if there isn't a Cade or Bandit in play, put them on the walls so you can stop breaching, and if you have any spare, because he does have access to 4 signal disruptors, focus on getting them on the mainest of the main entry points, so you can kind of just keep drones out of there as well. And maybe you might even be able to pair these 2 abilities up, so there might be a reinforcement close to the wall. You might decide to just put one like in the middle of the right reinforcement close to the door, and then you might be able to get the door along with it within its range. You never know, and this is just the multiple ways you can utilize the signal disruptor. In my opinion, it is a great gadget to bring the defensive side, and it is one of the reasons Mute's so powerful, pairing up with this absolutely insane loadout. And finally, we're going to quickly finish up this video with the operator strategies. Now, in my opinion, I feel like Mute could be played as a flex, but that just depends on how you are utilizing him. Mute 100% probably should be an anchor if you're using the shotgun. If you're using the shotgun, you are playing close range, and the SMG-11 should just be your go-to backup. I feel like Mute definitely should be played on site, and before I see the comments coming already, before you guys ask it, yes, the clips in the background, I don't play site. These are all casual clips, and they are there for entertainment purposes, so you guys actually have something to watch in the background. If I was playing a ranked game, I would 100% anchor with Mute, but because the background clips need to somewhat be entertaining, I suppose, I try to go for frags in those, so you can get a little bit of more entertainment out of me just sitting on a site, watching cameras, stuff like that. So just to clear that up. Now moving back on, I'd say Mute definitely should be played as an anchor in basically all situations, if I'm going to be completely honest, whatever weapon you use. He is a 2-speed, so he definitely probably could be used as a roamer, but I feel like that should only be as a last resort, or if you know you're going to be if it's going to be a beneficial play, and you know you can basically guarantee a kill. I'd say any other way, Mute should definitely be played on site. He is an anchoring operator. His gadget is an anchoring gadget. You can put it down and it's done. You don't really need to monitor it, but still, just the play style, I'd say both Mute and Smoke bring with that shotgun SMG-11 is an anchoring play style, and if you utilize it right, it can be very powerful. Because using that shotgun on site can be very useful in close range pushes. Say you're sitting on a doorway and they have to push later in the round, that shotgun will definitely help you out winning those gunfights. And the SMG-11 is just a great thing. I wouldn't use the SMG-11 as, me personally at least, wouldn't use the SMG-11 as like a spawn peeking gun and stuff like that. It's kind of for close range as well. I'd say with the recoil control on it, it's not the easiest thing to use if you're shooting someone 10 years away. But if they're playing, like if you're getting into a gunfight like within a site or something, I'd say that's where the SMG-11 shines the most, in kind of that short distance combat, which is why people like to use it on site as well, along with the shotgun to make up for real close quarters combat. Just all around adds up to an anchoring loadout, and I think that's where Mute belongs. But I think with that said, that's going to wrap up today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed. I hope you guys found this guide useful. I think I have a pretty good understanding of how to play Mute. But if you didn't find it useful, make sure to go to the comments down below and let me know what you think I could have added, and even maybe give some more tips from newer people that I may have missed. If you did find it useful though, make sure to let me know as well, and leave a like. I'd really appreciate that. That would help this video get seen more by more Mute players and hopefully make them improve better. Along with this, I'd also appreciate it if you dropped a sub, but obviously that is completely optional. But if you are interested in more guides, videos, tips, gameplay, all relating around Siege, hopefully my channel is the place for you. But if you don't, you don't, that's all good. Also, come make sure to check out my streams. I stream there every day that I can from 7:15 p.m. Australian Standard Time usually, but throughout this next week I'm going to be streaming at basically all times of the day that I'm awake. So if you guys are on Twitch and don't have anyone to watch, I'll probably be there, so come check me out. Links in the description down below if you're interested. I think that's enough of me talking. Good luck playing Mute, everyone. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.